Brock University is an incredible campus, but it's more than just classrooms. There's all kinds of facilities in these hallways that most students don't even know exist. This year, our cameras gain exclusive access to these areas to show you what really goes on at Brock University. You're watching BrockTV, and this is Behind Closed Doors. The Central Utilities Building is located in a small quarry just next to the escarpment behind ERP residence. It's off limits to students, but it's actually one of the oldest and most important buildings on campus. It's also where the underground tunnel system begins, but before we get to that, a brief history lesson. When the university first opened its campus atop the escarpment in 1966, there was only the Schmann Tower, the Central Utilities Building, and an underground tunnel network connecting them. These tunnels expanded as the campus grew, and today they carry electricity, hot and cold water, and many other conduits including phone and internet lines. Up until the mid-90s, Brock University purchased power from the local hydro companies and was a 100% electric campus. In 1995, a new cogeneration facility began operation in the Central Utilities Building. Today, Brock University generates its own power and heating via 8 natural gas powered generators and actually sells some excess electricity back to the power company. We met up with Dave MacArthur, Associate Director of Maintenance and Utilities. He's the man in charge of heating, cooling, and powering our entire campus, so we asked him to explain how the cogen system works.
So we have 8 cogen engines producing 830 kilowatts an hour each. There's a substantial amount of cool water that's needed to cool the engines. Once the engines, while we're cooling them, heat that water up, we take that water, pass it through heat exchangers throughout the facility to heat, to heat the campus.
So burning natural gas in these generators to generate electricity and then capturing the heat produced from those engines to heat water and also to produce cooled water.
Okay, what we're looking at here is an overview of the campus on our BAS systems, which is Building Automation Systems. We can control 90% of the campus temperatures, fans, HVAC units from this position where I'm at right now. Then I can go to individual buildings, to individual offices. This is Plaza we're looking at right now. Not only does it gives me temperatures, 21.4 in these offices, it also gives us carbon dioxide levels in some of the bigger labs, so we can monitor that and bring more fresh air in if they're getting too high.
So you mentioned that you're able to generate hot water, but that you're also somehow able to use that to actually generate chilled water. So can you explain how you do that?
We use an absorption chiller, which is right behind me. So as the hot water goes into the absorption chiller, the lithium bromide acts as an absorber, absorbs the heat out of the water and returns cooler water to the system. The lithium bromide then evaporates that heat off. In the summertime, we'll run the chiller through the night and heat up. It's 400,000 gallons of water. We'll cool that water. Around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll add that water to the system, which adds effectively about 200 tons of chilling. Well, we bring it into various loops in the cogen facility, and all they are is loops of water circulating around. And water is just the medium that we use to transfer the heat or the cool energy. It goes out to a building, and the hot water will go through the HVAC unit and run through a coil in the building, and we blow air over that coil, and it takes the outside air and heats it up to the desired temperature, around 20 degrees. So that's the fan. Okay, you may with that, yeah. That's the coil. Yep. Which you'd also have at home, right? It's your A coil at home. On the left, right there, that's all coil. And now we're blowing air through that, right? So we're making that coil cold, or we're making that coil hot, and we're blowing air through it. We're about halfway down the escarpment, and this is an old quarry, which, fortuitously was built right here. So it's a great spot for the university to actually build the cogen facility and then build a tunnel network from here.
All right, so we're here in the infamous tunnels underneath Brock University we've heard so much about. So
we're at the beginning of the service tunnels. This is the entrance from the CUB. They are just a big conduit to transfer our hot water And our hot water loop resides in here, so this is hot water coming back from the campus, and here is hot water going out to the campus. Along with that is all of our feeders for all the electrical power going out to the campus. We transfer 13,800 volts. Each one of these will go to a substation in each building where it's transformed down to usable voltage for the building, right down to 120 volts for a lighting circuit. The beauty of it is it's not just a service tunnel for us, but it's big enough that we can also use it for transportation.
Right.
It's a lot quicker for a maintenance employee to go from here to, say, Walker Complex through the tunnel on a bike, as opposed to walking on land through. So it's a lot quicker.
Winter or the rain.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. As the temperature of the building, changes, we'll also open and close fresh air dampers to bring in. We always have a minimum level of fresh air to bring in. In the summer, it decreases because we can only afford to bring so much hot, humid air into a building, and we can't cool it. There's limits, ASHRAE standards that we use to make sure that each office space gets a level of air changes per hour of fresh air.
Right. All right, Dave, so just want to thank you for taking the time to give us a tour of the facilities and keeping us cool in the summer and keeping us nice and warm in the winter.
Hope to keep everybody happy, but thank you. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. So stay tuned to BrockTV for more episodes of Behind Closed Doors.